Hello and welcome to Dream and Be Reviews. I am your host, J.E., and today we're talking about one battle after another. Oh my gosh, the revolution has been televised. First off, I want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Usually I do reviews on TV, film and anime. Anyway, let's jump straight into it. I'm going to give you a spoiler-free review because I think you should go and watch it in the cinema. Only because I think it's worth every penny and your time. In this review, I'm going to try and talk around it so that I don't spoil it for you, and probably when the DVD comes out, I still will talk around it because I think this film is so good. So, this film is written by Paul Thomas Anderson. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Teyana Taylor, and oh my gosh, an amazing performance from Sean Penn and newcomer Chase Infiniti. And also features an amazing performance from Benicio del Toro. First off, I have to say I was really lucky to see this film. Technically speaking, I'd seen some of the trailers and it didn't look like it was anything. For me, it looked quite silly and nonchalant. But I kept hearing people saying to me, you need to go check this film out. So basically what happened, I had already seen Tron Ares and I was planning to go in and watch it again. And I thought, you know what, let me go and see something completely different. And I've been hearing stories that this film is a beast. What? Really? This film, a beast? And I walked in and I was absolutely blown away. I love this film. Truly, I didn't know what I was walking into. And I'm telling you right now, this film was amazing. It's the first time I've seen a film that's an action adventure, a dark comedy, and a political thriller. Yes. Imagine all those things binded into a tree and you eat the fruit. That is what this film is. Crazy. Let's talk about some of the cast members in this film. And first off, I need to talk about Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, for me, he's always been an amazing actor. Like, the best of the best. He always brings 10 out of 10. There's no comparison. But this is the first time he's playing a non-complicated character that is a stoner. Yeah. And I was like, whoa, what an interesting character that he's playing. And it's just rare to see Leo do this. I mean, the films that come to mind is, if you remember, Hey Dude, Where's My Car? Or The Big Lebowski. You find out that he has a bit of a backstory, but basically he's a bum stoner who has a daughter and has responsibilities and is running from the government and the military. A special character who I will talk about later, Colonel Lockjaw. Wow, what a name. So let's talk about Teyana Taylor. Now, in the film, she is Leo's lover, then becomes his ex, and also the mother to their daughter. And for me, she represents kind of like the figurehead of this revolutionary movement. Now, there's a line in the film where she comes from a long line of revolutionaries. So it's in her blood, it's in her nature to just be this force of nature. She has this really naughty name that I don't want to say because I'll probably get into trouble on YouTube. And when her, Leo, and the crew are working together to do what they do as a revolutionary terrorist organization, you really feel the revolutionary side. Something a bit out of like the TV interpretation of Endor. That was a great example of revolutionary stuff. There's poetic writing in this. There's brilliant energy and feeling towards a revolution. And of course, the good old-fashioned blowing up of government buildings. if you agree or disagree with those kinds of actions needed for a revolution. But the most exciting thing I would say about it is that her chemistry with Leo, wow, it's palpable. It's intense and it's raw, but it's beautiful. And she was amazing. I can't fault her in any way, shape, or form. So let's talk about the newcomer, Chase Infiniti. In the film, she appears about, or I would say the third act of the film. As soon as she appears and she has to act against Leonardo Del Toro, Sean Penn, she brings her A game. The energy is off the charts. I mean, like, I was just so like, wow, who is this chick? There is moments in the film you feel dread. You're terrified for her character. And you know this performance really allows you to feel drawn in. And you can feel where Teyana Taylor left off with her character. She allows that energy and that whirlwind of ferocity to be played out on the screen. So you can feel the DNA as she's playing her daughter. And she's amazing. Like, truly, truly, truly amazing. Wow. I reckon she's going to get honorable mention at some of the awards or even at the Oscars just for her performance. Let's talk about Sean Penn. Now, he plays a character called Colonel Lockjaw. Now, for me, if in a film your character is called Colonel Lockjaw, you know something's about to happen. And all I will say is, wow, what a terrifying performance by Sean Penn. This character, on paper, you do not like. And it's made very apparent that this is a bad person. But you are so mesmerized by the performance, I feel anyway, when I was sitting there by Sean Penn's performance. I was like, God damn. I was terrified for the revolutionaries that he was chasing in the film. And yo, man, it was absolutely such a crazy journey with him. What an amazing performance. He definitely is going to be talked about at some of the awards. I don't know which one it's going to be, but someone's going to talk about his performance because it was terrifyingly dark. And I loved it. I want more of that. In a weird way, I want more of that. And then let's talk about Benicio del Toro. Oh my gosh. When Del Toro is acting against Leo, I'm just like, there's a couple of scenes when they're acting together and the chemistry and it felt like a bromance, but a beautiful blend of tension and anarchy from Leo's character and calm and a beautiful sense of it's gonna work out. And you're seeing these two characters meld and clash. It was so beautiful to watch on screen. I truly can't. I'm still laughing and just smiling from their both performance. Again, he always brings such a beautiful and tenderness to each character he plays. For me, I still love him for his performance in Sicario. He's done other great films like Unusual Suspects. That's another great film in my mind, but Sicario for me was when I finally got to see him, 1 and 2, flip his antennas, really go into a character and make me feel terrified of what this man can bring to a character. And in this film, he does it again. So let's talk about the film. So for me, this film is the craziest roller coaster ride I've been on in a while. This film is 3 hours-ish long, but you do not feel it at all. The fact that you're watching the film and you're wondering, oh, okay, we're going down this path, and then all of a sudden it flips, and then all of a sudden it flips again, and it has an ability to draw you in. This film was amazing. I felt alive, I felt challenged. I was never sure of how I should be feeling. There were moments I started bursting out loud laughing due to the sheer pressure of the dark comedy that was being presented. I felt so inappropriate that I was laughing there in the cinema at the time. But there was nothing else you could do but respond in that manner. Yeah, this film is like, wow, so good. It's so, so good. And then when it comes to the political themes, now listen, there are some political themes in there, but it's not heavy-handed. It's kind of enough to make the point about certain things that are relevant in what's going on in our day-to-day world. And yeah, wow, beast. So this film, for me, beautifully shot. A lot of the shots are handheld, but there's such an intimacy about them. A lot of the scenes feel very personal, very intimate. You feel like you're right there with the characters. There's a car chase scene where you feel like you're in the car and you might possibly die with these characters. So the shots are so personal and in your face. And I think, yeah, this film really wants you to feel the tension and the drama that is being presented. And Mr. Anderson does so well to just get that journey and get you right in there. You feel connected. Just glorious, immersive visuals as you're sitting there and partaking of this giant dish of carnage and chaos. So that's going to be the end of my review. To be honest, I'm actually quite afraid to go and watch it again because I feel, because I didn't know much about this film going in, it was such a beautiful experience, and I feel like now I've seen it, I might not enjoy those endorphins again. But anyway, it's not really about me, it's more about you. Have you seen one battle after another? What did you think? Am I crazy? Am I too enthusiastic about this film? Or are you in agreement with what I'm saying? Please leave your comments below, down. Let me know what you think of this film. Also, if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. And like I like to say, if you can dream, you can be.